Well, welcome to, again, something that's very unprecedented, something that's new for us administratively, but certainly something new for you in our 2020-2021 virtual class meeting. Typically, we host this meeting in the cafeteria. We bring the entire class, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors together. But COVID-19 does not allow us to assemble in such large groups. So you're going to see this video virtually. We wish that we could get together. I feel like the impact of what we have to say is much better received together, but we are going to get through this as a group. We are a team, we are a family, and we can do this. This video is just going to go through some of the expectations that we have for you administratively. I'm going to talk to you just of overall expectations, a lot of the things that you've already heard me say in the announcements so far this school year. Mr. Burbank is going to talk a little bit about attendance, tardiness, being a part of the cafeteria, as well as your laptops. Mrs. Resch is going to talk about respect, our dress code. Mr. Young is going to talk about some of our opportunities for students when it comes to extracurricular activities. And then I will wrap things up talking a little bit about grades. Over and over again, we are in a weird time. We are asking each student to wear a mask each and every day. You need to have that mask on when you come into the building. And for the most part, that mask is on all day. When you're in the hallways, you need to be off to the side of the hallways. Most of our hallways are marked to where you have a lane in each side, so you need to stay out of the middle. Some of our smaller hallways do not have that width, so you need to stay, again, closest to the wall as possible. It's an inconvenience for us. It's certainly an inconvenience for you. Never in my wildest dreams that I think as a high school principal I would be monitoring hallway traffic. But it is what it is. We encourage you to just follow directions, do your very best to be a part of the solution and certainly not part of the problem. We'll continue to address those issues, mask, hallway traffic, throughout the school year as long as we are dealing with the coronavirus, so we'd ask for your cooperation. When you're in the classroom, we expect you to be on your very best behavior. Certainly that expectation has never changed, but when you're in the classroom, you need to be attentive to what the teacher has to say. With our new block schedule, basically one day is now 2 old days, so there's a lot going on for you in the classrooms. So you need to pay attention, use your class time wisely, and get your work done. If I could now talk to each individual class. First, I'll start with the freshmen. Welcome. I know you've been, a lot of new changes have been thrown at you just coming here from the middle school. Certainly the schedule, the mask, all the things that are new just coming here from RJB. We welcome you. We know a lot about this class. We're very excited to have this class as a very, very smart class, very athletic, very talented class when it comes to the arts. So we're excited to have you. One thing that I would say to you, and I will say to you during your time here, everything you do here counts. You are required to earn credits. You are required to, again, be attentive and get things turned in and be to school. So it's important that you understand that everything that you do here in the classroom counts. To our sophomores, you've made it. Again, what a weird year for you. As we close things out in March, never did you think that your freshman year would be cut short, but you did it. You survived your freshman year. You're now a sophomore. You've got a lot of knowledge, the way the high school works under your belt. You've had 3 weeks of class with teachers, so you have a pretty good idea of what the expectations are. We expect you to step up and act like sophomores, no longer those young freshmen that are without an idea of what to expect or what's going on, but you know the lay of the land, you know this building, and you have a pretty good idea of what to expect when it comes to that. To our juniors, you are now what I would consider a leader. You're a leader in the hallways, you're leaders in the classrooms, you're leaders in the cafeteria, you're leaders in the choir and the band and theater arts, all of our extracurricular activities. We are looking to you for leadership. No longer are you considered an underclassman, so we need you to step up and be a part of what we consider our leaders here at Mississinewa High School. And to our seniors, you are the ultimate leaders. You've been here now for 3 full years. We are looking to you for outstanding leadership in the classroom academically, outstanding leadership behaviorally in the hallways and the cafeteria, and certainly your participation and behavior in our extracurricular activities. You are leaders, and it is my hope for each of our seniors that we are able to have as much of your senior year remain intact as possible. You know, the class of 2020 lost a lot as a group of seniors last year. Our hope is that we can do our very best to maintain everything that we do to celebrate the class of 2021 that we do here at Mississinewa High School can still happen. So again, we look for leadership from all of you, but certainly from our upperclassmen, our juniors and seniors, we expect that leadership from you.
Go. Thank you, Mr. Q. I am Brody Burbank, assistant principal here at the high school. This is my first year here. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. A few things I want to talk about is attendance. Attendance is a huge factor in your success here as a student. Not only is it your responsibility, but it is your parents' responsibility. If you're not going to be able to make it for a day, make sure you contact the attendance office to let them know so you are not counted truant. Tardies. We have to show up to class on time. We cannot be late. If you're late, make sure you get a pass from another teacher. If you have any questions regarding any attendance policy or tardy policy, please look at your handbook. It is very well spelled out in that handbook with the consequences as well, which I will not discuss because I know you guys are going to follow the attendance and tardy policy well. Cafeteria. When you're in the cafeteria, you will need to stay in the cafeteria. If you do not have a pass to leave the cafeteria, you're not leaving. So any teacher that you are going to visit, make sure they give you a pass so you can do so. The last thing I'm going to talk about is laptops. Come to school prepared. Make sure your laptop is charged. If you do not have a laptop, please see the tech help desk as soon as possible. Students who owe fees, if you have not paid your $20 or if you owe outstanding fees, we will be on a check-in, check-out procedure. So you will not take your device home. Now to Mrs. Resch for more.
Well said, Mr. Burbank. I'm here to talk to you about respect. Students at Mississinewa High School must be respectful all the time. You need to respect the staff, and you also need to respect yourself. You can show respect by following directions the first time they are asked. You can show respect in the classroom by following classroom procedures, and in the hallways by listening to teachers if they ask you to do something. The next thing I want to talk to you about is dress code. I am the fashion police here at Mississinewa High School. Our dress code applies to males and females. We do not allow sleeveless tops of any kind. We do not allow crop tops. Crop tops look great at the Gas City Park, but they do not work here at Mississinewa High School. Shorts, skirts, and dresses must all be at approximately fingertip length. And hoodies. I know we love our hoodies. Hoodies must be left down. Hoodies cannot be up. That's for males and females as well. Next thing I want to talk to you about is cell phone. Cell phones should not be out in the classroom unless they are specified by the classroom teacher. The classroom teacher always alerts the office to let us know that they are using them in the classroom. When we walk into a classroom, if we see you on your cell phone, we will not give you a warning to put it away. We will simply take it, turn it into the office, and you can collect it at the end of the day. Earbuds. Our earbud policy is still in effect. Earbuds are not allowed to be used at school, again, unless they were asked to be used by their teacher. We know that teachers are using media assignments, Acellus in our virtual curriculum, but they are not to be used for your YouTube videos or music. Save those for home. We should not see them out at all. They cannot be hanging from your neck, dangling from your mask. If we see them, consider this your warning. Again, we will collect them, we will turn them into the office, and you can collect them at the end of the day. Finally, it's our mask policy. I know Mr. Q touched on this. I cannot tell you how proud I am of the students at Mississinewa High School for following this mandate. You've done an outstanding job at wearing that mask, and I think you've done your best at keeping it up over your nose and mouth. Just a reminder, Some sensitive times are in the cafeteria. You are allowed to take it off to eat, but we just give a friendly reminder that you put that mask back on, covering your nose and mouth before you take your tray up in the cafeteria. As well as school buses, that's something else that we need to touch on. Those of you who are riding the school bus, you must wear your mask on the bus the entire time, even if you are seated. We would appreciate that as well. Finally, the last thing I want to talk to you about is our school clubs. We are still having school clubs this year. We will be doing a little bit different, a virtual fair, just like we did last year with our posters and things, but we will do that virtually. Class officers and student council, you're first up. Starting on Monday, we will have class officer and student council signups. We are going to do this both as a Google form and a paper copy, so virtual students will be able to run for class officer or for student council as well. So you will receive that Google form or a paper copy from your Indian Success Hour teacher. We will begin collecting those on Monday, August 17th, and we will collect them through the end of the day on August 21st.
Thank you, Mrs. Resch. My name is Mr. Young. I'm the athletic director. I want to talk to you a little bit today about a few different things. One of those being our policy this year for athletic events. We are going to have to require that all students purchase a ticket. We are under regulations and guidelines of many different organizations. We need to keep an accurate count of who is in the stands, and so because of that, we are going to have to require that everyone purchase a ticket. I know that's a bit of a change from what we did last year, but with the unique circumstances that we are under right now, we are going to have each student purchase a ticket to get into our events, and we are going to be limited on the number of spectators that we can have at each of our events. So I know that is not the ideal situation, but we appreciate everyone's patience. As soon as our regulations change, we will certainly update and change our policy. Hopefully at some point this year, we will be able to allow our high school students into our contest for free so that you can support and encourage your teammates and peers and coaches throughout the season. If you are able to come to home contests, certainly we want you to be able to sit in the student section. We do have to follow social distancing guidelines where you are 6 feet apart, but we would like to have a section of students where they are there, again, encouraging, talking about, supporting our teammates, supporting our teams, and making sure that we're doing that in a right way, that we are positive, that we are encouraging, that we are not talking to other teams, to officials, that we are keeping our focus on our teams and supporting our teams and players. We want to make sure too also as you come into events, whether that's in the gym or out at the field for soccer matches and football games, that you are not bringing in outside food or drink. You are not bringing in backpacks and things like that from school-related items. You are there to support the team. You are there to encourage your peers, and we want to make sure that everyone stays safe and everyone follows the protocols to get into our contest. Finally, I want to encourage you to get involved. We offer 18 different sports at different levels. So if you would like to get involved, if you want to be a part of something, it may not be this fall, but if you'd like to take part in something in the winter or the spring, our teams are getting ready to begin conditioning now for winter and spring seasons in the next couple of weeks. So if you are interested in that and you're not sure who the coach is or who to get in contact with, please come see me at lunch, send me an email, let me know, and I will get you in contact with the coach. It is going to be important, though, if you do not have a physical on file from last year, that we will need a physical for you before you can begin any preseason conditioning or activities with any of our winter or spring teams. So I hope we have a great year. I know these times are different and a little tough for everyone right now, but certainly we're gonna plug away and get through this and make sure that this is the best school year that we can possibly make it. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Quadrer to finish.
Well, as I said earlier, everything you do here counts. So it's important that you get a great start on your academic school year. Do your work. Pay attention in class. Get the work the teachers assigned to you, get an understanding of it, ask questions when you are in the classroom, so there's not any issue when you take the classwork out of the classroom. Use your class time wisely, but most importantly, get the work done and turn it in. Everything you do here counts. Your grades, your classes, your homework, you need to be on top of all of those things to make sure that you are having a great start. If you're having issues, if you're struggling with the material, almost all of our teachers can meet with you before or after school to talk about those things. Take advantage of being an advocate for yourself and take advantage of our awesome teachers who are willing to work with you, but you need to advocate for yourself. Now, if you get your midterm report and there are F's on your midterm report, that is a problem, especially for you as freshmen, that you have F's, you're not off to a great start. Sophomores, juniors, and seniors, you have F's, you are obviously in a position where you are not going to earn credits. And like I said, everything that you earn, all those credits are important as you matriculate towards that graduation. Some of you will have time to recover those credits, but if you're a senior, time is ticking. So it's very, very important that you stay on top of your studies, get your work done, and get it turned in. If you have F's on a midterm report, if you have F's, even worse, on a grade card, you need to meet with those teachers. You need to meet with your counselors to make sure that you are still on track to graduate. We expect a lot out of you as students. We expect a lot of you, certainly behaviorally, but most importantly academically, when it comes to the work that you're doing in class. Get it done, get it turned in. If you're struggling with the material, you don't understand it, talk to your teachers, advocate for yourself, but get the work done. You've heard from our administrative team today. We're very excited to have Mr. Burbank join us from the middle school, certainly Mrs. Resch and her second year here, and Mr. Young as he rounds out our administrative team. This is going to be an exciting school year. It's going to be a challenging school year for all of us, for us administratively, certainly for our teachers and paraprofessionals, but for you as students. We want to do our very best to work with you to make sure that your school year is successful, again in the classroom, but certainly socially, emotionally, and anything you do extracurricularly. So if you need anything, you can reach out to any of us, reach out to your teachers, email us, stop down in the office to see us, but do your very best to really make sure that you have a great school year. Control with the three things that you can control: your attitude, your concentration, and effort. Wear your mask. As long as we have to wear them, wear your mask, and let's have a great school year, 2020-2021 school year. So I wish you the very best of luck this school year, and come see us if you need any